You raised a total of $691 for us, so we really appreciate that. We really thank all of your help and just encouragement and support. So, as mentioned, I am Lieutenant Rachel, and I am the Associate Pastor at Fairfax. And I was sent here by Major Donald Wilson to talk to you about where your donations of time and money go in the Salvation Army in Fairfax. Now, the Salvation Army, broadly, we do a lot of emergency social services. Somebody comes in, they need some money to help pay their rent, their light, their gas, something of that nature. Something is going to happen and they need help immediately. That's something that we can help them with, and that's something that your dollars go toward. Another thing we do is a food pantry. We do have a very small food pantry, and we are looking to expand our little allotment of food there. We are looking to expand with a food drive with a partner of Giant that's right across the street from us there. We do have, and this is the biggest thing that I'm involved in, is the youth programs. We do have a very large and extensive after-school program. It's completely free to any student in Fairfax County that signs up. On Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we do have, I think it's upwards of 50 children on Tuesday and Thursday, but around 70 to 80 on Wednesday that we pick up. And on Tuesday, they have the ability to come in and finish their homework. We have tutor sessions that we have. We have a library that they read for 20 minutes. They have time in the gym for recreation. And we have a computer lab for them to do homework or just relax and play games. Now, I know that a lot of you are familiar with the Angel Tree program that the Salvation Army does. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update. We did service nearly 2,000 individuals this Christmas season. And we do thank you, those who have helped us and supported us in that. We do thank you so much for your contribution. It was really, really a blessing to be able to stand there and give those mothers who could not come in and support their children for Christmas, to give them that box of gifts that were donated and say, you know what, have a Merry Christmas, and know that they can walk out of that building not worried about where those things are going to come from. So we thank you so much for helping us with that. I do have a very short presentation, so if you guys have any questions, I would be very happy to answer those.
How large is the Salvation Army in this area?
The Salvation Army in this area, I cannot tell you. I know that the Salvation Army in Fairfax, it's just one corps right there. Corps is our building, our church. We do have two corps located in our building. There's a Korean aspect. There's a Korean corps. It's called the Landmark Corps. And we have an Anglo Corps, which is the Salvation Army Fairfax.
How many are in each corps?
How many? In attendance on Sunday mornings, we have average about 70. And in the Korean Corps, there's roughly 100 that they do. They have two services in order to house those people. There are other corps in the area. We have Arlington. There's a Solomon G. Brown Corps that's located in D.C. There is the Alexandria Corps. There is a Prince William Corps, a Prince George's Corps, and I could go on. There are several Salvation Armies in this area. Any more questions? Yes.
You have there's a national structure, right?
Yes.
For Salvation Army.
Yes.
And out of curiosity, you are a member of the Salvation Army and assigned to Fairfax, or
yes.
You joined the Fairfax group? Or?
Yes. As a Salvation Army officer, you are sent to training, and it's a ordination process as well as training hands-on things like administration. I did graduate with a degree in practical ministry, and as a Salvation Army officer, I was assigned to the Fairfax Corps. And broad stroke, the Salvation Army is in over 121 countries. So the Salvation Army is much larger than just this area, much larger than just the southern part of the USA, and much larger than just the United States or this hemisphere. So we are a very large organization. However, everything that you do goes directly to our community.
When was the Salvation Army founded in the United States?
In the United States, I don't remember that date specifically, but I can tell you that the Salvation Army was founded in England in 1865. Yes.
What are some social activities that the Salvation Army participates in that maybe are not as well known to the community?
Okay. Most of the things, this is from a personal standpoint. In the United States, the Salvation Army is less and less recognized as a church. We are a Christian organization, and I am a pastor, but I am also a social worker, and I also do different things regarding the community. But I think most of the things with a religious aspect are the things that are not seen very often with the Salvation Army. Most people, when they think Salvation Army, they think of a bell ringer or the thrift store. And those different things go toward the efforts that we do to try to help the community. A thrift store is a Corps' way of funding different social services that they provide to the community. Yes?
All the officers of the Salvation Army are ordained pastors then?
Yes.
Do they go to a special seminary, or does any seminary can feed into that?
The Salvation Army is a very unique organization in that we do have our own ordination process. There are different classes that the Salvation Army takes. The school for the Southern Territory is in Atlanta, Georgia. It's called the Evangeline Booth College, and there are 4 schools in the United States where what we call cadets learn how to be ministers, and they learn how to be the pastors in the community that the Salvation Army needs. There is one in Chicago, there's one in California, New York, and Atlanta.
How do you recruit?
Well, that's a very detailed answer that I can give you. The short answer is a Salvation Army member is called a soldier, and that